Alright. Do we want to have a recap from last session?
Sure. Previously on Valley of the Obelisks, everybody's surprisingly still not dead. However, when we talked to Sarge about getting our reward, he decided it was best for us not to, be in town or to talk to him for a couple of weeks, which is entirely fair enough, considering the guy who paid us. The guy who turned up and paid us wasn't the most salubrious feeling person. Definitely didn't get the sort of I'm a lawful good vibe. So, but previous to that, we did the dispose of the body in a incongruous? No. We disposed of the body without incident anyway, and we had to explain why there was a large amount of a quickly evaporating white sticky discharge on the front of the sly wink, but can't have everything.
Do you want to tell people what reasoning that actually was?
Oh, well, I believe that was
a survivor. Because of
yes.
health.
Yes, Vada, the head of the Raptors, we basically had a very good idea of what we were doing, and may choose to kill us without mercy sometime in the future. We'll see. Let's just say we're not going to Shawshank, the pure elven settlement, for ever, really. Well, my character is decidedly unhappy. Would be decidedly unhappy with doing so. So, in between that, we managed to get people trained up, so Kerrigan can die to a stiff wind.
Do you want to explain why a party with one member wearing the armor, slightly bloodstained, of the former heir to the throne would not?
And jacket, not just armor.
Sorry, and jacket.
And it was a pretty unique looking jacket as well.
It was a sick jacket. Why do you think I put it on?
It was fine. I need two holes.
Stability amongst our characters, to be honest.
Craig.
Oh. So that'll be
Waste not, want not. I couldn't stand that thing going to the bottom of the harbour in a freaking rug. Could I?
Why didn't you just skin the guy and run around in that?
Well, there was a time we did kind of burn his head a bit just to sort of conceal evidence a bit. That was fun.
So we only do that to large or huge sized creatures, apparently.
Whiskey Pete will never be the same.
Do we know where Whiskey Pete actually ran off to?
NPC, by having him watch us. Well, or one of us dismember a giant.
To be fair, it was for getting the bounty.
Or with a belt.
It was a very nice job, but
Somebody had to do it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So
the first time you skin something, it's never clean. Come on.
Indeed. So after we finished the job, we got the reward. Curtin got trained up, and someone else possibly did. I can't remember. Oh, that's right. Minerva got trained up in the art of thievery.
And Shaquan leveled as well.
Cool.
Oh,
There we
cool.
go.
Cool. The heart of thievery.
I can now give pony rides to everyone on my floating disc. But it'll cost you. Gold piece of pony ride.
Worth it at none of the price.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect drinks to be drinks and a deck chair for that. Oh, open bar. Anyway, so yeah, we managed to avoid a messy death so far, and we decided to go take up the offer for those guys, Seb and Brayden.
Brayden and Sebastian, yes.
Yep. So we our good friend River Captain Ilya gave us a lift down to
Kirkle Ridge.
down to around Kirkle Ridge, and we found them at the camp, and we made camp. Night passed uneventfully, and we headed out towards the keep,
Didn't pass
where they
uneventfully.
believe this thing was their objective was.
It wasn't entirely uneventfully. There was a sound of something large flying overhead about middle of the night.
Yeah. It scared everything.
But it didn't eat you.
Did anyone else see the creepy old lady?
No.
Where? No.
Not on my watch.
Anyway, yes, you met up with Braden Sebastian. You headed on into the eastern side of Kirkle Ridge, and you can't see it, but I'm rolling my arms as in, please continue.
Oh, we can see it. You just don't have access to that feed.
Well,
Alright,
that's
well,
disconcerting, but anyway, continue.
that certainly completes my recap, so, let's press on. Does anyone have anything else to add?
Yes. Yeah, there was one
the-
slight thing, something to do with this grove
Yes.
that you couldn't really see much of from outside when you walked within to the field of effect.
No, we
Suddenly-
solved that encounter. We solved it.
Suddenly,
Oh,
you
yeah!
heard things. You couldn't see your way out, but it was all fine. And Minerva would like us all to go back in, and sadly, Jaquan's not dumb enough to agree.
Yeah.
But we don't seem to be able to escape heading into this grove. Every time we try and walk away, we end up walking back towards it.
That's never a good thing.
Julian seemed pretty happy with it.
That's never a good thing.
So, yes, you are only maybe about 30 or so yards from the small copse trees. Braden and Sebastian have started to have a small minor argument now, claiming that each of them is reading the magical map wrong.
That only they can read, by
That
the
only
way.
they can read, yes.
Shord?
That's a bit suspicious in and of itself. Only they can read.
Must have been pretty powerful to do that. Okay.
Also, what we
do
see
we-
within is basically what I posted.
The tree or the cat? Jerry asked.
Boosted the cat.
Oh, yeah.
We're different. Man. Don't let the fact we look so similar fool you.
Well, okay, for the people who did go into this copse of trees, what was causing this effect? Did we see anything unusual in there?
Yes, there was a.
Well, we weren't sure how much we were going to say.
Okay.
Well, you guys have been, I believe you guys have been both extricated.
Yeah,
My
Nodrum
friend-
didn't have any trouble, so I'm sure he wouldn't lie about it. But basically,
true.
there was
Basically, this is what you saw.
a skeleton. Oh, you.
I stand by
So-
my GIF.
So, Brian, if you're interested in seeing the image, because you fell asleep towards the end,
Yeah.
if you go into the journal, go down to group handouts, images, there's an image called body.
Group images body. Aha.
That is what you
That's an
saw.
Interesting looking body.
Mm-hmm. And then you heard whispered words in a language you couldn't understand, but the words seemed inviting.
Oh,
At
so can
least-
only he see it?
Only the people who
The
went
other people who went in being
Oh, okay.
myself, Jaquan, and Minerva.
Okay.
Would I have been able to make a roll to see if I could recognize what was going on there?
with regards to the body.
Well, it's wrapped in what looks to be a dryad or something.
What's a dryad?
Well, I don't know if I know.
You don't?
Okay. Well, in that case, I can't.
All you know is you've seen a sexy tree.
Wrapped around a corpse. A happy-looking corpse.
I stand by my gift.
Yes, and indeed, Minerva was quite hesitant to leave.
It
Well,
was happening at that tree. It was popping.
Oops, I didn't whisper
right,
that
so we have a very attractive tree, you know, and a dead corpse. That sounds like one of them Soren things or whatever.
And we tried throwing a torch inside, but it went out.
That should have been a whisper,
Yeah.
sorry, Henry.
Oh,
Maybe we should, like, you know, try harder to set it on fire?
Yeah, I agree. I think we should make a fire break.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
And
Alright,
set it on fire.
Yeah.
okay. You all hear someone yell from behind to the west.
ho there, group. Ahoy!
Is that okay?
Hello, person to the west.
We've been surprised.
What?
You
Wait,
basically
what?
have... There is... Do you want to describe yourself?
Hopefully not like the GIF.
Not like the gift. I'm Happy Clown. Yeah, that guy.
Happy, friendly cloud of joy.
You hear a voice from behind you. We all float down here.
Sorry. I really wasn't paying attention to what you actually look like.
Fair enough.
Actually, it's, and actually, it wasn't Hypatia. I think it was Minerva you recognised. I can't remember. But anyway, it's one of those two.
Okay, how you going? Minerva.
Was it which,
Minerva?
Hang on. Which one of you was it? Hypatia or Minerva? Which one of you spoke to Ilya when you guys were looking for the prince?
Would have been me.
Yep. And
I spoke to the mercs.
cool. Yep. So there you go. That's the answer you need, Henry.
Okay, that person. Yeah, I remember you from the other day at the bar. I think
No, you're at the key at the docks.
at the docks.
At the bar docks.
At the bar docks.
Docks, Wolf Jetty. Got it.
Yep, that place where what is it? Ilios was. You're talking to Ilios and Barris, kind of my boss. Anyway, we went sailing down the river and kind of got screwed by something, and I can't find anyone. So you're the first blokes I've found since going for a swim.
Oh, I hope Dugnut's okay.
Terrible tragedy.
Well, in that case, it would have been Minerva.
Yep, it was Minerva.
Yeah, okay.
So you actually recognise, so Ceridwen and Minerva were the ones that spoke to the mercenaries back in Sumberton who were boarding the pinnace. And if you recall, there was about half a dozen or more mercenaries all armed with ranged weapons. You recognise this person, now that they've mentioned Barris and Ilios, as one of the mercenaries who was getting on board the pinnace.
Okay. I can't remember what those guys' names are, so that's fine. Cool. So you're a merc, and I take it that you're looking to get back to the what's that place in Summerton called? The merc place.
Well, just Sumberton would be a start, any rate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can find my way from there.
Well,
Probably
What's your
find my
name,
way from
good
here.
sir?
My name is Sean.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
greetings.
Too.
I'm Nogrum and feet.
Any of you guys still worried about this creepy tree thing over here?
Yes.
Yes.
We are.
Perhaps we should take a closer look.
The copse of trees, as you've approached it, Sean, you now realise that there does seem to be something slightly unsettling towards it, and you can now understand why the group has been seeming to talk and gesture towards it for some time. There are two others with them who appear to be young adventurer types, both male. and they will wander over. They've been looking at some map, but this copse of trees does look to be slightly unnerving. You can't put your finger on what it is about it. It's only small. It's only 100 or so yards across, but it's really, it doesn't look to be in the right place. It doesn't look to be right for this area, and it doesn't look at all to be almost 100% real. There's something surreal about it, but you're not sure. But it does make you feel that your skin crawls a little bit looking at it. The trees themselves looks, normal. There's nothing that screams out, like they're not dripping blood. They're not. Their leaves aren't laughing at you, and there's no faces in the bark. They look like normal trees. There seems to be a little bit of a heavy undergrowth within. The shadows are long and dark, but not terrible. But again, it is a disconcerting place.
Are we not able to walk around it?
Well, we tried, says one of the young men. My name's Braden. We walked around it and found that we were walking back towards it again.
Of course, none of us are actually good at,
Walking.
wilderness travel. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how a plant outwitted us, but I'm not super surprised.
Rightio. Well, don't look at me. I'm not exactly a master cartographer or anything.
Julian, at the point at which I started snoring away the other, I had 0 first-level spells and 1 second-level spell left. Did the party rest after that?
Yes, they rested the night before.
Yeah.
So I would have my spells back?
Yes, you do.
No, you took the middle watch.
Yes, you're fine. Come on.
You could have let me have that.
Yes, we stuck you on a middle watch because we're dicks.
Actually, that sounds pretty accurate.
So Den's playing a human fighter, but in all honesty, he's a little bit of a troll.
Fair enough.
If only I had the regeneration.
You got another cleric now, so maybe you do.
Yeah, another cleric's cool. Allows us to differentiate spells. That's good.
So
We
healing.
can now get healing and healing.
Yeah.
We'll see what you get.
Hey, if
We
one of
need
you
to
guys
talk
wants to
Henry
be a
about access to
suboptimal
healing.
cleric,
Isn't healing a
That's
reversible spell in this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get a special sort of healing.
in a 5th ed game we play, one of the players had a spell that I referred to as Holy Bad Touch.
Holy God.
Sebastian.
I like that last one.
Sebastian
Yeah,
has
it's pretty
the map in his hands. He will roll it up and tuck it into his belt. Perhaps we should try and go through. Since going around didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
If we go
Can't
through,
go over it. Can't go over it.
I think we should burn it with fire.
Under it.
We
Sure.
tried.
Let's try harder. I pull out a pint of oil.
Ooh.
Now let's not desecrate the environment. You fucking
well-
just walk through.
If they'll listen to
Elder
reason,
Royal?
sure. If not, well, we may have to convince it.
Oh, you think we should just chop it down with your axe, don't you, Nordgrim?
No, I was suggesting we just walk through it and get on with it.
Oh, okay.
that would
I don't
make
see how
sense.
that... Okay, sure.
What's
Yeah.
the worst that can happen?
We all die. That's the worst.
Anything funny happens, then I'll
Oh.
chop it down with my axe.
Us all dying is no way the thing that can happen.
We could spend another 2 hours talking about going around it.
Oh, I see you have played with some of us before.
I feel like we should leave at least one person on the outside with a rope to us so he can haul us back out, but okay.
I agree, but only if we pick the smartest member of the party.
Who is it? That's the
One of the
person
mules!
who's most likely to kill us.
No, one of the mules.
Okay.
The mules have shown significantly
Is it the
better judgment
smartest
than
member
we
or the wisest member?
I thought you said the
I think
strongest.
in the case of the
Oh,
mules,
strongest. I thought you said smartest.
all of the
Okay.
above.
Hey, while we're discussing this, can I get a feed? I haven't eaten in like a day, so.
Hypatia's
you can.
got spare rations for you.
Oh, sweet. Continue. Don't let me stop you.
Look, obviously there's something funny about this copse of trees.
Give him the good stuff.
Going around it didn't work very well, so we're going to have to go through it, aren't we?
Alright, fine. Get your axe ready.
Look at that corpse. Doesn't he look happy?
I'm gonna get
Well,
my...
that's
What-
why I was sad.
What
when I
corpse, says Braden?
I point to the bottom. Is it near
No.
where we're standing now?
It was about at least 100 feet within, under the canopy, and people outside definitely could not see it, and you couldn't see it until you were almost right on top of it.
We found some remains in there, and there was something funny and a bit suspicious about it. But
So
Yeah.
just
It's a
wondering,
corpse pieced by roots.
does this corpse like feel a bit evil, perhaps?
How do you feel evil?
I don't know. I guess a queasiness.
So you're saying this corpse was killed by roots?
it
Well,
looked
the
like the
thing is that the
roots had
corpse has-
overgrown.
Well, I'm just saying that perhaps we could rest for a bit and maybe rejig our spell list to be more appropriate for protection from evil, maybe.
It looks like he died getting rooted.
Now, in first edition, we can't do that as clerics, can we, Julian?
No, you have
Protection
to,
from evil.
You have to. What do you?
Yeah, or you have to already have it, don't you?
Yes, you have to prepare your
Like
spells
you don't
in the
get the whole pantheon
You
in
have-
first edition. You choose spells
morning.
like a
no,
wizard.
no.
Yeah, but you can't have like free spell
You asked-
slots to.
No, you asked this question last week as well. So the way it works is that you have access to all the spells, but you have to prepare the spell that you want that day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like your spell book contains every spell.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's
So
cool.
you still have to prepare them.
That's
I
right.
wasn't sure whether it worked that way in first ed or not. That's
Yes,
cool.
it does. So you have 11 first level spells and 13 second level spells that you have access to. But
Yeah.
you have to prepare the number of spells that you have. So I think you can cast 4 first level and 3 second level.
I think it's 4 and 3. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, so you have to prepare 4 first level and 3 second level spells in the morning.
That's
Yep.
a lot. I can prepare 2 first level spells.
Mm-hmm. It's because you're a second level wizard. Harry.
So anyway, I'm
Oh.
just going to chuck you back over
I
here.
need to add a spell to my spell book.
So,
Ah,
so
do we know where we are?
Yeah, somewhere about
Yep.
here.
Okay. I've walked a
Looking
long
for
way.
tower.
The Kirkle Ridge is very easy to get lost within.
Did someone just die?
Sound like someone stabbed themselves.
I think he wishes he was dying.
It sounds funny, whatever it is.
Yeah, just
Did you stab yourself with a
Possibly.
pencil?
no. I just tripped forward into the computer tower and smacked my head.
Well,
I won't.
we've
ask
talked
that.
about it before. When you say those kind of comments, you've got to add again.
So, what is your
Just for
plan?
you, Craig.
Yeah, I figured that was for me.
I'm going back in with a rope tied to me and one end and to one of the mules that is staying outside at the other.
Okay, so Jaquan is going in. Anyone else going in with Jaquan?
Yeah,
How
I'll go.
deep is this cope? So can't we tell from here?
It's about 100 yards wide, give or take. Maybe the same number, or approximately deep. It's not particularly large. You should be able to navigate it in next to no time.
Of course,
Yeah,
you
sure.
also wouldn't find yourself.
Can
Round
I
coming back.
tie a rope to someone and see if they can walk through? Nodrim, you want to walk through, right?
I'm happy to go in.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why I said you want to walk through. So, would you mind if I tie this rope to you and then you can walk through? We'll see you on the other side, right?
How
Sure.
big, how long?
No
is the rope?
problem.
How long is your rope, Hypatia?
Maybe 50, maybe 100 foot?
Well,
That's not going to be very far.
Oh,
It's 100 yards. Thingy that's going to be a bit of a problem.
okay,
50 foot.
fine. 50 foot. Okay, cool. Well, we'll unbraid your rope until it's a string, and then we'll do it. Nope. Let's all go together.
We could tie each other. We could tie us all together, so at least we won't get separated.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
As we walk in.
And just remember, when we have to beat ourselves, beat each other to make to re-roll our will saves, make sure you use a blunt end.
I don't have a blunt weapon. I've only got pointy weapons.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought you were
Pommels aren't pointy.
For some reason, I thought you were saying blonde. Don't have a blonde weapon.
No, I don't. It's red. It's a redhead, my weapon.
Well, after you've hit them a few times, it suddenly is.
The sun has reached about pretty much directly above you now. It's close to midday.
Hey, we can talk about it for another 6 hours, and then we can just rest and relearn our spells.
Yeah. Let's just go. Let's run. The faster we do this.
Are we going full Shire?
Yes.
Never
Full
go
Shire.
full Shire.
All right. Well, let's tie a line to each other and yeah, double time it.
Can we teach the mules just to run in a straight line?
Yes.
And we just...
Teaching mules, good luck.
Hey, they've probably got better will saves than us.
Yeah.
Certainly some of the party.
Alright, you have a line between all of you.
Yep.
Sure.
Can I ask for an order? You have Braden and Sebastian with you as well, so there are 9 of you all told.
Jaquan is up first.
Jaquan, yep. Who is going second?
I will go next.
Hypatia?
But before we... Who's controlling Lensa?
It's a good question.
I vote Aaron.
I'm going to have to dip out for about 5 minutes or so. Seth's just gotten home, so I'm going to have to deal with him and
No
get him
worries.
to bed and everything.
That's alright.
No worries.
Cool.
Just
Alright.
don't deal with them the way you deal with all the kings and princes or whatever.
Alright, so...
I didn't kill the prince. Everyone else killed the prince. I tried to stop the kid's
You just cut his hand off.
Lenza is now in control of... or is now being controlled by Aaron, for
Excellent.
better or worse.
So I guess
I
Lindsay
think
will be
we
at
know
the back
which
then, keeping an eye out. Preparing explosive runes.
Alright, so Lenza at the back.
An excellent choice.
Alright, so Jaquan, Hypatia. Who's next? I'll let you guys determine the order. Braden and Sebastian.
Me, I guess.
Go wherever you want. Minerva.
Yeah.
Alright,
Next.
next.
Nodgrim.
Next.
The 2 NPCs and then Lenza?
Braden, Sebastian. So we still have So Lenza, you said, was at the end. So
Yeah.
that means we have 2 spots left: Caradwin and Sean.
Oh, okay.
I go wherever they tell me. I'm a ring in.
So Caradwin, then Sean, then Lenza.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So Jaquan, Hypatia, Minerva, Nodgrim, Braden, Sebastian, Caradwin, Sean, and Lenza. You also have 2 donkeys, or 1. You have 2 or 1? I know Caradwin has a donkey.
2.
All right.
We have 2 in total.
We'll just say
At
they're
least
coming.
one of them staying outside.
One of them staying outside.
No, we're taking them. We're taking the donkeys.
Oh.
There's no way
They're
that
all
you
going.
could.
There's no rope.
There's no way you could attach
rope
rope long enough to get from one side to the other.
I was thinking we could attach maybe metal spikes if a Ross monster hasn't eaten them already.
That's possible. There's probably some around. There's the smell of something ferrous in the air. Alright, so Karen will probably have her donkey with her. Who owns the other donkey?
Mark used to, so I guess it's a party donkey.
Alright, so we'll just say that...
It sounds like a party of donkeys, but hey.
There's a donkey between Caradwin and Sean, and there's a donkey coming after Lenza. Alright.
I'm not sure Lenza's willing to, not be at the very back. As?
Sorry? You don't want Lenza to be right at the back?
No. The donkey was behind Lenza, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. No. That's fine. Donkey's behind Lenza. That's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Let me just edit this. Take those unfortunates out. Oop, put that in.
That gift could only be better if he shot himself when he fell off the donkey.
Okay. So, definitely after about 100 or so feet entering into the trees, the air seems to be fairly musty in here, but sweet as well. There is reasonable undergrowth. The ground basically has the crunch of dried leaves under your foot wherever you walk. There is quite a bit of greenery. It's still easy enough to pick your way, but you do find that once you get under here, it's almost as though you're looking at everything through heavy shadows. You find the body fairly easily enough, especially for those of you who have been in here before. It is now available to all players to see.
Ooh.
As you can see, the body is clutching a small hand axe in its right hand and is wearing what appears to be the rusted remnants of a suit of some form of plate armor. Whether it's full plate or plate and mail, it's hard to tell without disturbing the scene.
But he's still got a firm grip on the shaft.
He does.
It is nice looking armor. I mean, I'm not against us trying to salvage it.
Look, my suggestion is there's something funny about it.
Yeah.
We're better off leaving it alone.
Once again, I wish we had Nodrooms.
What is this image? I don't think I got it.
It's called Body under...
I just hit to show all players. I think. Did you see it? I don't think.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, I didn't hit show all players. I just magnified it myself. So you should all have it on your screen now.
Yep.
Also, I put it into chat.
Ooh.
It's not a meme.
Yeah.
Indeed, it's not a GIF.
But it could be. Just spin around on your chair really quickly. It might look like it's moving.
Fantasy porn.
Ah! Oh, why did you tell us to do that? I just hit my head into the computer. Wait. No, that wasn't me.
At this point in time, you can all hear hushed, whispered words floating through the air. Very
Keep walking, people.
very faint at first. The language is one that some of you might be able to understand, but the majority of you cannot. They sound welcoming. They sound like they want you to stay, that you are very important. You get a feeling of worth, of self-worth and importance. When you hear these words, they build up your esteem. Everyone can make a saving throw versus spell for me.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Also, get used to Alan's relentless and positive nature, Henry.
Certainly when rolling dice.
Okay.
I need to check to make sure I've been updating my saves.
Your saves will not have changed.
Oh no. Oh, not going fast.
I'm assuming this
Yay.
is a spell effect or something. Or a spell.
So yes, so saving throw versus spell, as I
Stealth
said.
Cool. Oh, that
no
was expected.
modifier on
So
it
you
for
can-
having
At least I'll have
previously
company.
succeeded?
So guys, you can see that there, if you have a look at your saving throw on your character sheet, there is a button that says roll. If you have a look at Sean's and Zeltarnin, they will tell you that what they need to roll as well, so you can know whether you've succeeded or failed. So Sean has succeeded, but Minerva once again.
It's
Is
so
there any
pretty.
bonus for having previously saved?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Yes! Why didn't I see just how gorgeous this creature was last time?
I will roll for Caradwin. And not looking good.
I assume Nogrum's starting to get a boner.
Yay! Death by triad or
This
something.
can be for Braden, and this can be for Sebastian. Sebastian's good, Braden's not so good. So we'd need one for Lenza as well.
Oh, yep. Let me just roll for her. Da-da-da-da-da.
She's good.
She's on fire.
Yeah.
She's always on fire.
She's
Alright. So Nodgrim has succeeded.
Ooh, unexpected.
Sean has succeeded. Minerva has failed. Jaquan has failed. Hypatia has failed. Where are we? Caradwin has failed. Braden has failed. So, 5 of you failed, leaving 4 of you succeeding.
That's
Alright,
actually a bit better than I expected.
those of you who have failed, I guess I have to whisper something, because whisper to Lenza and
You're feeling very horny and sleepy.
I feel like a real player character.
So it's Friday night?
Hey, it is.
Yep.
alright, and I'll whisper that to Caradwin as well.
See, reach is important, guys.
Did you see the whisper to Lenza?
I have no whisper.
Aaron?
No.
Alright,
I do not see that.
alright, let's...
Am I in the right
Zeltarnin,
tab? I'm in the right tab.
that's what...
Ah, thank you.
That's directly to you instead of to Lenza. And that's what Lenza hears.
Ooh.
So wasn't it the people who failed who were hearing?
No, so everyone hears, but two people in the party have the language.
Oh, okay.
So we just hear gibberish.
Yep. You hear words that you feel are welcoming.
Not so much.
And for those who have failed, you are stuck rooted to the spot. You do not wish to leave further.
Are they physically stuck, or they just don't move?
They do not move. If
That's
you try,
just what.
are you trying to impart physical force to make them move?
I was going to get the donkey to do it, but sure.
Don't be an ass, man.
I'm not. I'm making it.
And there goes sleep. I'm assuming
That is a good one. That is a good one.
every term used in that GIF was on your search, Kels.
That is pretty good.
Linda says, guys, if we stay here, we're going to get a lot of treasure. I'm not sure I believe it, but maybe there could be rewards for staying here.
Look at the corpse, man.
Yeah, we don't want to stay here. Let's
That
move
may
on.
be what they consider a reward. I'm not going to lie, may not be the greatest reward.
Might be a reward
may
for
be
someone.
the greatest reward.
It feels alright to me.
So they're still completely sentient, Julian. It's just they can't move now.
They do
I'm
not
not
wish
sure
to
we
move.
were sentient to begin.
Yes, they do not wish to. So they are, staying. You're going to have to...
Can I take that flask of oil off Alan, off Hypatia, and by I can Lenza?
Sure. Those who have failed the save are not are not aggressively trying to resist. They are just... what are we looking at?
I'm just gonna pour that oil on top of the body.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
see, it also
Lubing it
turned
up.
into what she's...
And then light it on fire.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were just getting some lube happening.
It starts...
There's always time.
I agree with you doing that now. There's something wrong with our companions.
The
What are
fire,
you doing?
the fire begins to burn. The smoke is fairly thick, almost wet. It's
Reminder to get that checked, guys, too.
it's an oily smoke coming off some green vegetation. It's roiling up into your face. It seems to billow about with the wind otherwise unseen and unfelt.
Does it seem to affect these statues?
No.
Oh, come on, guys. Step out.
Jaquan, Hypatia, Minerva, Braden, and Caradwin remain fixated.
Well, I feel like Lenza would
Does
definitely.
fixated mean I can't talk?
No, you can, but you
It's not stopping me posting GIFs.
no.
Dreamy, happy, and unmoving.
Basically, yes. You do not wish to leave.
Oh, so it's like Friday night.
I wish to leave. Tree puns.
Yep.
Come on, what's the matter with you? You were fine a minute ago. But come on, we gotta get going.
You've got an axe. Chop this thing up.
Can I leave you go? I'm just chilling here. It's fine.
So are their feet actually, like, rooted in, or are they just standing there?
No, they don't want to move.
So does the reason we tied everyone to the mules was so that we could keep moving, wasn't it? So can we not just get the mules to?
As I said before, they are not resisting physically. If you wish to impart physical force, you can move them.
Sure, we pull them
Okay,
along.
well let's just drag them along, drag them out of there.
Moving, yep.
We do get the opportunity to slap back.
Slap back.
Yeah, but
right. I'll
that's-
give it a good smack on the ass and get the sucker moving.
All right, as you start trying to move the group out, and it's harder going now because they aren't voluntarily moving their feet. You will have a few that will start to fall over because they want to stay. The force of the donkeys can move them, but the donkeys are at the back.
Oh, the back. Okay.
Yep.
well, they're going to be at the front in a second, aren't they?
They will definitely be at the front in a second. You suddenly become like a tied together mishmash being pulled forward like a snag of fishing line all getting dragged through the water unless you start trying to rearrange it. But as you do so, you hear the voice again. It gets a bit louder and it gets a little bit more determined, and then from a tree in front of you, you see a figure form.
Uh-oh.
I draw my axe.
And
I already...
What's going on?
and a female, what appears to be elfin in form, but made out of the wood, the bark, the leaves, vines that try and writhe up and make this creature seeming to coalesce into some kind of hard yet supple green flesh, and it reaches towards you. Stay, and you can all understand it.
No.
Lens is going to shoot that thing with an arrow.
All right.
Before she does, I'm going to say, I think we should stay. My sap is rising.
All right.
Oh, this is terrible.
Lenza is loosening an
He should
arrow.
have warned you.
Is she at close range?
Yes.
Excellent.
Lenza is an elf and has star sight, which is not helping in here, so she has -1 to hit, however, because of the darkness.
Okay, then that'd be a 14.
How close is she
14.
to me?
Sorry?
How close is she to me? Because I was at the front of the pack.
No, you
just so
kind of all kind of bunched
bunched
around,
up. Okay, cool.
bunched around the donkeys, and the donkeys became.
So how far away is she?
She's only maybe 20 or so, 30 feet. Okay,
Okay.
so what armor class does she hit?
5?
The arrow skitters off the creature's woody hide and is lost in the trees. As the
That was a
arrow-
warning shot.
So-
Back off.
As the arrow strikes her, her eyes suddenly flare red, and her smiling face turns into a hideous, grimacing snarl. And she
Is there
yells-
only one of them?
Yep. And she yells at you, "Stay!"
Demon.
Can I cast a spell?
You can. We can go into a combat if you wish. For those
That's
people,
about to happen. Yep.
for those people wishing to engage in combat. So we will start with Sean. Sean can get. What spell do you wish to engage with, Sean?
I'm going to cast light on her eyes.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
Sure.
Just to warn you, Sean, you've already waited
Sorry?
for this.
I've already what?
Proven yourself way too competent for the rest of us.
So the spell takes place at the end of the round. So
Don't worry, she can kill me yet.
Lenza can act now. Lenza can act now.
Oh, right. She's going to shoot her again.
Right.
Go, Lenza. You can
Go
do
for it.
this. +2. What did I roll?
You rolled less than you
Well.
did before.
Oh, not good.
All right, that
It's-
arrow strikes into the tree behind her. Donkeys don't get a turn.
Still a warning.
Nodgrim.
Or donkeys?
I'm pretty sure we should get the donkeys to attack.
Nodgrim says, "Almighty gods, please bless my companions." And I cast a bless in a 20 by 20, trying to catch all the people who don't appear to be affected.
Sure. All right, and after Nodgrim, Sebastian. Sebastian is trying to rouse his brother at this point in time, almost oblivious to what is happening. You've cast Bless, you said.
Yep.
All right. Bonus to morale bonus, which is not really in effect here, but +1 to attack and damage. All right,
Yep.
the light spell. Let's make a saving throw for her. / it. All right. The light spell flares up in her face. She recoils from the bright light. Nodgrim finishes his prayers. Everyone feels emboldened. The creature hisses and melds back into the tree.
Ooh, take that tree down.
As she does so, you notice it coming to the same creature starting to coalesce from a nearby tree.
Oh, crap.
That's not good.
Alright. Lenza, what is she doing?
Uh,
The other people who have failed their saving throws, you will be able to act this round, so you are acting only every second round at the moment.
Lenza's going to pull... me. She's going to pull Minerva out. Yeah, that's right. I'm selfish that way. So
What? Really?
Yeah.
Since when?
spend this round pulling someone she seems to be weirdly in tune with. Away from these shenanigans. We got to get out of here.
Unfortunately, you're all tied together and tied to donkeys, and
Oh, well, that's okay. Keep leading the whole group then.
Like Friday night.
Jaquan, do you wish to act? You
Must
can.
stay. Must stay.
You feel
Can
like...
I see where the form is starting to come out of the tree?
It
Sweet.
comes-
I'm going to at walking pace walk towards that.
Sure, Hypatia. Again, remembering that you wish to stay at this point in time, you can act. You still have some faculties remaining.
What's going on? It's so nice here. I'm just gonna... Can't we just sit down and just chill out?
Must stay.
Minerva.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch for prettiness. Actually, stare at
You all
the
feel-
canopy.
So those of you who have failed, even though you wish to stay, the reason that you can act, even though it's slightly clouded and impaired, is you do feel that there is an imminent threat around.
Alright.
So if you wish to change your actions, Jaquan and Hypatia, you are free to do so.
Oh, I'm
It's
good.
a bit clouded. All right.
I asked
Alright.
you,
Is it-
how dangerous.
Like, is it like a charm? Like, do we feel compelled to stay, or do we feel an affinity for her, kind of thing? So, like,
Both.
so basically, we want to protect her.
But you feel
So-
that there is an imminent threat, and you kind of know what's happening. Again, it's not that you are completely and utterly blinded by what's going on. You do recognise this creature has some kind of hold over you, but your faculties are clouded. You are acting slowly, as though you are acting through deep mud, and that you are heavily hungover.
I'll pull out a halberd.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
So, Minerva, you were going to...
Ask Enki what I should do. Enki, advise me.
Run!
Run. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to do that. Yeah. Enki knows what the business is. I take
Nodgrim,
advice
Nodgrim.
from Enki.
Nodgrim, what do you want to do?
Nogrim Morty has his axe out.
Yep.
He's going to have a swing at where it's coalesced.
Sure. You will have to move slightly to do so, but that's fine. But you'll be -1 to hit because you are moving and still attached with ropes. And you're basically having to pull against
Okay.
Braden and Minerva.
Not looking good.
No, it's not. Braden is kind of half coming to, and he starts undoing the rope at his waist. Sebastian will aid him in doing so. Keridwen, you are up.
I am going to pull out the super Rune dagger and I'm just gonna kind of look around to try to figure out who or what I should be attacking.
Sounds fair.
Attack
Alright.
me! Attack me!
And Sean, what are you doing?
I'll untie myself from this pack of mules and also the donkeys.
Okay, good idea. Alright, so, Nodgrim, you reached out towards her with your haft and shaft. She's
Yep.
going to reach back. What's your
No
armor
one-
class?
Hurry. Why
She's
do you
gonna grab
need
your
that?
shaft, matey.
6.
Alright, you have been cracked fairly sternly with a vine that has basically shot out from somewhere nearby her. Not from her, but from a tree from nearby her. It almost seems to be under her control and wielding like slightly like a whip. You take 3 points of damage and it begins to wrap around you.
This is definitely a beast. We must kill it.
Alright, Jaquan, you have approached.
What's it doing towards me?
It flicks its red glowing eyes towards you every now and then, but it seems to be most intent upon the dwarf at the moment.
Cool. While its eyes are on the dwarf, I'm going to stab out at it, saying, I really want to stay here, but I'm not sure about the company I'd be keeping.
Alright, you think you're doing it this round, but you're still so slow, you'll be doing this next round. You're looking, yeah. Hypatia, you pulled out your halberd. What are your intentions?
Sort of. So I suppose that looks. That does look very nice. That tentacle thing should probably try and cut that off and free up Nodgrim.
Sure, Minerva. Enki told you to run.
Running!
Alright, you're still kind of bound up at the moment. Nodgrim.
I'm going to attempt to lop the vine that's wrapping around.
Sure, go for it.
Keep in mind everyone gets +1. Not that would have helped on my last roll.
Oh!
That one's better.
That is impressively better. Alright.
Natural 20.
So since it's unarmored, does that mean I get +3?
No, you do not, because this is not unarmored in the way that people are normally unarmored. This is a heavy, thick.
Yes!
Vine.
What an attack! Max attack and max damage. I get the extra damage.
Damn!
You do get extra damage from your strength, etc., and you get the crit damage, but that's fine. You sever the vine quite easily, and it falls away from you.
Why didn't you hit her?
I was concerned the vine was restraining me.
Braden
We need to get out of here, everyone.
Ugh,
Braden
capitalists.
finishes getting untied with the assistance of Sebastian, and Sebastian now starts dragging Braden away from the scene. Caradwin, you are still pretty slow, groggy, slightly out of it. Your thoughts?
Going to.
Yawn. Good idea.
I'm going to step forward towards the nymph and say, cease attacking and let us talk.
Alright, so that's what you'll be doing next round, basically. Everything's moving so slowly in your mind. Sean,
Am I still tied up, or do I get untied?
you are untied.
Okay, I'm going to get my bow and shoot it.
Go for it. You can make a shot. You have -1 to hit because of the darkness, and a further -1 because Nodgrim is, and I was about to say Dennbok and Jaquan are right up in front of it. So -2.
-2.
+1
So,
You have +1 because of range,
and I have +1 because
And
of
bless.
dex.
and +1 because of bless as well.
Oh,
+1 too.
okay.
You have a net of +1 indeed.
So it's what? So 18. So
You strike it. The arrow bites deep
Awesome. What's the bow do?
1d8 plus 2, I think, for you. So 7.
Seven.
So when you roll as well, just so you know, you can go down to the advanced dice roller,
Oh,
and then from there you can actually give plus and minuses. So you can select the dice roll, the die that you wish to roll, the number you wish to roll, and you can see there's plus or minus.
And if you're in that panel where you type stuff, if you press the up key or the down key, you can scroll through previous things that you've done. So
cool.
if you know what your attack roll is, you can just go back to it again next time by pressing the up key until you get to what you want.
All right.
Right.
The arrow bites true. It with a deep, heavy thud, conk, and the creature howls. She is slightly distracted from Nodgrim after the arrow hits Lenza. What is she doing? She is helping Minerva to escape, I believe. Is she continuing to help Minerva to escape?
Oh, now that she sees that these things can actually be hurt, she goes back to the shooting.
Because that's what she does.
It is what she does.
So again,
If
minus
there
2
are
for
kills
her.
to steal,
Minus 2 for her for darkness and for cover, but bonuses give her... we'll cancel that out due to range and due to bless.
Yep. Oh, 7.
At the last second, Jaquan's head is right in front of this creature's, so she fires wide.
oh, weak sauce.
Should have gone through the head. Through the head.
Alright, so this creature is going to choose to attack. It's going to send a vine actually lashing up from nearby towards Sean.
Funny that.
He's been struck.
I would think so, yes.
4 points of damage. It cracks across your arms, upper arms and your chest and starts wrapping itself around you. Alright. Hypatia. You are able to act now. You have your halberd out. You thought that vine around Nodgrim needs to be cut. But at the last second you realise it's already been cut. But there's one nearby wrapped around Sean. Do you wish to cut it instead or try and move into melee?
I'll try and free Sean from the tentacle.
It's straight for his chest.
Another natural 20.
Damn.
These poor vines.
That's wasted on the tentacle.
Yep. You don't need
Is that people's favourite moment for the evening?
You don't need to roll for the damage really, but you can if you want for, giggles.
Why not?
The vines have 3 hit points each. So you did 12 points of damage
Max
to it.
Yeah, 100% overkill.
I believe
100%
you.
overkill.
Alright, Minerva. You are trying to escape.
Yes, like it!
Nodgrim.
I'm pulling them all along if necessary. Let's get
Nodgrim.
out of here.
Nodgrim.
You will not take us, you evil demon. And I swing at the dryad or whatever it is. I think.
Sexy wood thing.
That is a strike.
And that's my damage with the +1 already.
Alright.
Is Nodgrim a fighter or?
No, I'm a dwarven cleric.
Your axe bites deep. Braden and Sebastian have disappeared into the trees. Caradwin,
Solid.
you have that mysterious rune dagger in your hand.
Okay.
And you say you wish to talk. Is that still your intention?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of try to stand between everyone.
What language are you saying it in?
Can I say it in both? Like say it once to my friends and once to... for her, because I don't know if she'll understand.
You only have about 10 seconds, give or take. So, what language are you saying it in?
Right, I'll try it in common just to
So,
hopefully she'll
did you see the
understand.
whisper that I sent you before?
Yeah. About the
So I'll give you another option. What language do you wish to say it in?
yeah. I know. Yeah, but they won't. All right. Yeah, I'll say it in that. I'll say it in that language.
And then you can say like 2 or 3 words in common if you want.
I know what language you want to speak.
All right. All right. So I'll talk to her and I'll say, stop attacking. I guess. Or do you want me to whisper it to you, or?
No, that's fine.
I'll say to her. I'll say, stop attacking us, and we'll let you live. But if you continue this attack, my comrades will destroy you.
Alright, you don't get a chance to say anything else after that because that was too long.
Okay.
Alright, Sean, you are no longer wrapped up, but you're pretty hurt. Your upper arms and your chest have definitely been bruised significantly by the strength of that vine.
Yeah, well, I should probably shoot it back then.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's still kicking.
Yes, she is.
Well, that ain't gonna help no one.
That arrow flies very wide. Lenza.
Yeah, shoot. Shoot for the woods. Oh no.
You
Oh
mind?
no.
Lenza's only good at murdering, flesh,
Yeah,
flesh and blood things.
Indeed.
What would the
She
spiders
wants to
made out
hug
of?
the trees.
What would the spiders made out of?
You just can't bring
They
yourself.
were kind of fleshy, bloody things. They just happened to be
Which-
summoned. Jaquan,
Which wood was you shooting at?
it just gave
Alright.
everything wood.
I believe I'm close enough to.
You are
hit.
indeed. And she doesn't seem to be overly concerned with you at the moment. She has been struck a couple times by arrows and been hit by an axe.
Attempting to pin her to the tree, despite the fact that half a second's thought would say that's a bad idea.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, definitely.
Something in your mind's definitely, fighting you.
Alright. All that sap's getting in the way.
She's going to swing again at Nodgrim with a vine, but this time it goes well wide as she is distracted by Jaquan attempting to pin her immobile with his long, fat
Sharp.
two-hander.
Yep. It's a fat two-hander.
Alright, so Hypatia is out of it this round, Minerva is out of it this round. Nodgrim, what are you doing?
Nogrim's going to take another swing.
Actually, you know what? Everyone who has been a bit under the weather, so Jaquan, Hypatia, Minerva, and Caradwin, you can all make new saving throw versus spells. Nodgrim, what armor class did you hit?
So close.
4.
Alright, your axe bounces off her.
Okay.
Did Caradwin make the save?
Yeah.
Alright,
The balls.
Caradwin, you seem to get your faculties back enough to act every round. What are you doing?
So I've already talked to her, so now I will talk to the other one and say, if she stops attacking you, stop attacking her. I've tried to get her to stop.
Sean.
Just. I'll try shooting her again.
Go for it.
Sure, I'm gonna stop. I'll stop shooting her.
Oof. The arrow is true. Donk. Alright.
See, I stopped shooting her.
After Sean, Lenza.
Yes, Lenza will shoot her as well, because Lenza knows what to do. And that's kill all. That hits an AC of 4.
You miss. The arrow strikes and bounces off her.
Blink. Oh, no.
Jaquan, did you make your save? Second time
No,
round?
I was one off.
Okay, you're a bit foggy still. Hypatia.
Sorry, what?
Hypatia's... That saving throw looks to be wrong for you, requiring an 18 or more. You should be requiring the same as Dennbok, 16 or more.
Oh.
So your saving throw is incorrect, but the 15 would
Still
still fail it.
fails.
Alright. Minerva.
Okay, Minerva's going to give up trying to get...
Minerva failed her second saving throw as well. Alright, Nodgrim, you're up.
Radio, I take another swing at it. I wish I'd swung at it in the first place with my times 3. No.
Alright.
Dead by now.
She screams at the top of her voice.
It was nice knowing everyone, by the way.
It echoes throughout this whole area. You all feel really as though something horrible has started happening. And you notice that the trees begin to writhe and vines start shooting out from every single tree in all your directions.
Ah, crap.
Alright. Jaquan, one is going to try and hit you. What is your armor class?
Believe my AC is 5.
Alright, it hits you. 2 points of damage and it begins to wrap around you.
Ow.
Hypatia. Wow, what's your armor class?
It would not be 3 at the moment.
Actually,
it would be
let me roll this first. Alright, cool.
be more like... What's less... what's a shield
2
worth?
and 1 are the general.
So what I didn't hear what you asked, sorry.
Sorry, how much does the shield add to my AC?
So,
Big or little?
yeah, what size shield?
That's a good question. What the hell did I put down? Large shield.
But you were using a halberd, weren't you?
So... Yeah, so I'll be AC 5.
Alright, so it will hit you.
Good.
Alright, 4 points of damage and it begins to wrap around you. Alright, Minerva, let me just check something. Alright. Nodgrim? Yeah. Actually, Nodgrim gets attacked regardless.
Woohoo!
What's your armor class, Noddy?
6.
4 points of damage and the vine starts writhing up your body from the ground. Almost knocks you over. Caradwin.
Alright, so everyone's still attacking.
Sure.
Just...
Yeah, no, Sean's okay.
Oh, you're rolling. I thought you meant it was my
Yep.
turn.
Oh, actually, I didn't roll to attack Caradwin.
Oh, okay, that's rolling whether it attacks me. Right.
Yep.
Good. I like
Yeah.
that roll.
Caradwin, you get struck. 4 points of damage, and you're starting to get it wrapped around you. And Lenza.
Oh no.
Lenza's good as well.
Whew.
Alright. She's after that, she seems to be visibly shaken. The vines are still writhing around. There's masses of them. Those of you that didn't get attacked, there are still vines near you. They are moving, almost undulating towards you as like writhing masses of snakes. A wizard should know better, indeed. All right.
I agree with Batman right now.
Yeah.
Caradwin, you are up. You are wrapped, or beginning to be wrapped. Do you wish to do anything? You can choose to ignore the vine, whatever.
She's attacking me. I'm gonna try to cut the vine with the super ring dagger.
Go for it.
Oh. There it is. And I I don't get any pluses or minuses, do I? Do I get pluses or minuses?
That just make you got -1 for the darkness,
+1 for the bless, wasn't it?
correct?
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing.
You
But
swing at the vine.
it's not that anyway.
So the
You
thing's eyes aren't glowing
Yeah, they're
because
still
of the
glowing.
light?
What light?
Sean cast a light spell earlier on.
Correct. In
Eyes.
the one
A
that
different one.
went back into the tree, and this is
Okay. Yep, no worries.
all right. From Caradwin to Sean.
I guess I'm gonna try and shoot it again.
Go for it.
Yes!
You hit it.
If you want a job done properly.
All right. The arrow hits. The creature howls in pain once more. The vines writhe and manipulate as though they're trying to clutch at you. Jaquan.
Oh, I think we all know what I'm going to attempt. Same attack as last time. Does a 16 hit?
It will. You have -1 to hit because of the darkness, and you have to tell me what armor class you hit because the 16 is. But it should your attacker should be 18, so that would be hitting armor class probably 3.
Yep.
You hit.
Excellent. And that is a D8 plus 3, I think.
Yep, sounds about right.
Just making sure. D8. Yeah, D8 plus 3 sounds about right, doesn't it, Graham?
Yes.
Excellent.
Actually, your answer should be D8 plus 4 maybe because you got a strength of 18, don't you?
Oh wait,
Yes. Good
is
call.
a rancer piercing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, +4 because you get +1 for piercing.
All right.
Acceptable.
It definitely is acceptable. Hypatia.
It's still going.
I will try to. Let's try and overkill another tentacle. No.
No. Followed by Minerva, who has been escaping. You can see Minerva,
be back in a
Sebastian,
minute.
and Braden up ahead, who have seemed to be engaged in fighting their way through a massive, smaller tentacles, which seem to be grabbing at their legs.
Oh,
What
excellent. Yeah, Minerva's gonna keep trying to get away.
Minerva does so. Alright. Nodgrim.
Grum says, "You will not get me, demon." And I swing at her again. No, ugly, ugly. I won't even bother rolling my damage.
Alright. At this point in time, the creature is badly battered and wounded. The eyes, the red shock of light that seems to be emanating from its eyes dims, and it just returns to the normal eyes, and it says something morose and forlorn in the language that you heard before, and the vines all flop lifelessly to the ground, and it retreats into the tree.
Harsh.
Is the fire still burning?
So-
Up?
What was that, sorry?
Is the fire that Lenza started still burning?
No, it seems to have gone out.
Oh,
So, Sedwin, what the hell did she just say when she retreated then?
I think only Lenza speaks.
I'm assuming that
You heard
Sedwin does.
You heard Caradwin say something in the same
Yeah.
language.
Oh,
So,
She wanted to know why.
sorry, what did you
She
say?
wanted to know why. She wanted to stay and be
You're
with
very hard to hear at the moment.
Yeah, type it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was eating. I forgot I took them off my neck.
Ah.
She wanted to know why we stayed and attacked her.
Because we're mean.
And nasty and horrible. Let's go.
I thought we wanted
She
to
only
take
wanted
the
us to
armor
be with
on
her.
this.
Is the body still ensnared in a
No, the body is mostly freed.
okay.
It is a blackened, charred mess, covered in soot and the stains from burning oil. But otherwise, you could wrench it out. Someone who is particularly strong and likes to eat their Vita Wheats in the morning could probably get hold of it and give it a good old yank.
Fine.
Sure.
I'll do that.
Just tie it to the mules and let's go.
As they do that, I pray to my gods to heal my wound.
Cool.
That's a good idea. I should do the same.
Do you want a strength roll for attempting to get the armor out?
No. You and Hypatia both have a strength of 18. You can grab hold of it and rip it out. The body comes away in a few pieces, leaving behind a few parts of the armor, but you manage to, after a couple good yanks, to get all of it out. It is a suit of rusted half plate.
Ooh, cool.
Nice.
Now I look around. Is anyone else in the party injured?
Yeah, I am still, I think.
There's a few
Two damage.
hit.
Took a couple of, took a hit, but nothing serious.
Are you seriously injured, Sean?
I don't think so, because I healed myself for 2, and I think I only took 4 to start with, so
Okay, that's cool.
it gives me 5 now, I think.
In total?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ugly. What level's Sean?
1.
Oh, ouch. You're mean, Julian.
the surprise in your voice scares me.
I don't know, I think I did the most damage, didn't I?
You did
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, for
exceptionally
sure.
well. Alright.
That's why I said it was nice knowing you after I hit him the second time. I was expecting Julian to get him to hit me once more.
If anyone wishes to retrieve arrows, you cannot find them.
Oh, well.
no.
If I'd known that, I would have taken an action to heal you as soon as you got here.
Braden and Sebastian will come running back into the group,
I can heal myself, mate. That's all good.
and they'll be like, "We need to get out now. There's
Let's-
something else."
Disagree.
Oh, I agree. Let's go. Did someone grab the axe as well?
Yes.
Good. Let's go.
Alright, it will not take you long. In fact, it will probably take you a total of 5 to 10 minutes maximum to push your way through the rest of this copse of trees, not because you're being waylaid by anything other than the underbrush, and you are still trying to guide the donkeys, which thankfully were not attacked at all. But you will be able to get through to the other side, and as soon as you are out, you feel the breath of the fresh air upon you, and you are just a wave of relief washes over you. The tension you felt within is all completely gone.
Ah,
That feels better.
Yeah. Much better.
I think we should probably stay away from those weird magical locations in the future. What do you guys reckon?
Well,
sure.
it could possibly help it.
Probably
Well,
a
it
good
doesn't follow us
idea.
around.
Weak source.
Well, we had to get through it
Fine.
one way or another.
Indeed.
Hey, no one died. It's all good.
Indeed.
It seems to be a little bit later in the afternoon than you had otherwise expected.
The sun isn't going backwards or anything, though.
No. It's just that you probably thought you might have been within and underneath the eaves of those trees for maybe half an hour. But it looks like now, before you went in, it was about midday. It now seems to be only an hour or so before dusk.
Better shut up camp then.
Yeah. Hey, there's a just
You broke up pretty badly then.
yeah, we should set up camp. There's a copse of trees over there. We wanted to.
Provide sweet dreams.
You will wake up with wood.
With or as.
Little from column A, quite a lot from column B.
Braden will say we should push on a little bit. I don't like the idea of camping within such close proximity to those trees.
I concur.
I'll agree.
Yeah, that's
with that.
fair enough.
And we still have a little bit of daylight.
Yep, let's do it.
Mm.
Alright, you can push on a little bit further. Sebastian will get the map out again and continue to follow to make sure you guys are heading in the correct direction. After maybe about half an hour, you still have a little bit of sunlight left, not much. The sun is starting to fall behind both the mountains that surround the valley, and what light seeps through is getting lost in the labyrinth-like maze of the hills of the ridge. So you don't have much time left to set a camp.
Okay.
But you will have
Yep.
just enough. Let me just respond to Sean here.
It's not a secret message anymore, is it?
Well, the message is secret.
He's a backstabber.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Playing in person was always funny. Someone would pass a note to the DM and everyone would just be looking at him suspiciously. This provides a little bit more anonymity.
I normally took people outside.
Oh, I was going to say, it's even more fun when the DM passes you the note and it just reads something like, hey. I'm like, oh, why are you trying to kill me?
Why are you doing this to me? Yeah.
Yep.
Sure, you can set camps. Are you setting watch?
Yes.
Probably should, hey?
The air is fairly chill tonight.
Very well, I will bunk up with Minerva if that is what is required.
Before we go to bed, I heal anyone else who wants their wounds healed. Would you like your wounds healed, Sean?
Yeah, you can help me.
I need some touching.
Oh, well, I'll heal myself and you heal him.
All right. Well, that's Sarah and Gwyn. Anyone?
Hey, now I roll the 5.
If there's a spare 2 points going around, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
hang on. Or do I? No, maybe I don't. I think I took damage, but I haven't written it down. Did I take damage?
Yes,
Okay, I did.
So that's 4.
I just didn't change it.
I
Okay.
believe you took 4.
4 points.
4. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I just didn't change it. I thought I did. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going crazy.
We need somewhere like your token so you can have it as a counter still.
Alright. Those of you who are still injured, overnight you will heal 10% of your hit points, maximum hit points rounded up.
I would not need healing.
Can I confer with the cleric about what spells they have
You can
Before
if you
we-
wish.
and what spells we should
You can do that.
or
You can
duplicate?
You can just
Yep.
whisper that to each other if you want, just to, so it's not going to impact everybody. It's up to you. I was going to ask, whilst you are sorting that out, what watches are you going to set? You said you wanted to set watches. Are you going to set singular watches or double? There are 9 of you currently. 11 if you
Double.
include the donkeys.
Ooh, we can let the donkeys take a watch.
They've probably got better senses than all of us bar the elves.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Man, I'm looking forward to this story becoming all about these amazing donkeys.
What do you mean becoming?
At the moment, it's the Woolabrod show.
You haven't seen Willibroad for a couple sessions now.
Just because we're not around him doesn't mean that the real story isn't continuing to happen.
Well, this is true.
Plus, how do we know Willibrod's not with us? Willibrod's that good he could probably be walking around with us and we wouldn't even know.
Willowbrod's actually the rune dagger.
Wilbrod of Asgard.
So I've been fondling Willebrod this whole time.
You made his runes light up.
Alright. So, are you setting a double watch?
Yeah. We got the people for it.
Yep. As a mundane, I'm willing to take one of the middle watches.
Same.
Alright. The night will pass without too much to worry about. There will be the sound of animals moving about somewhere not too far away, but far away enough that they're not going to be any concern to you. Probably something of moderate size. There is no sign of the large winged beast you heard the night before, and no trees come out to attack you. Towards the morning, it gets a bit cooler, even still, and you notice dark clouds begin to slowly roll in over the valley, obscuring the moon and what's left of it. The morning will arise. You can prepare your spells as normal, break your fast, and prepare to move off. As you are doing so, a light patter of rain will begin to fall.
Interesting.
I haven't cast a spell in like a million years, so I've still got spells I've got.
You still need to read your spell book. And it wasn't a million years, it was only 200,000.
Yeah.
Sebastian will look at the map. Brayden will look over his shoulder. A few drops of rain will fall onto it. They'll curse a bit, try and wipe it off, roll it back up, and tuck it into a backpack. We're not far. I believe the keep is probably within an hour or so.
Cool. Let us press on.
Indeed.
Alright. Have the clerics worked out their spells?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. The trip for the rest of this morning will be a little bit uncomfortable. The wind picks up, the rain doesn't fall particularly heavy, but it does start to fall at a fairly disconcerting angle, getting blown by the wind directly into your faces, making it just a little bit more hard going by. Probably about maybe about an hour and a half after leaving camp. What's that? Not quite so bad. You're not going to get any bamboo stuck horizontally through any other trees.
That's good.
You will be able to move.
Oh. Cool.
I need to put another person on here as well. Just bear with me because Sean isn't on there.
Yeah, I'm not there. Come on, the hero of the last combat.
Did we lose
Does
someone?
anyone else smell comeuppance?
We lost Craig.
Oh,
Oh, we did.
Will Streak from Discord. Okay.
Yep.
Is he going for... Is he coming back?
He may be back.
In how much numbers, though?
I know, right?
Craig may not have realised that he's...
He hasn't worked it out yet. Oh dear.
I'm sure if we keep saying Craig, he'll work it out.
He's still in the D20 thing.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, maybe his phone died.
I wouldn't have realized the other night.
You didn't.
My son
Yeah.
my son woke me up at about 1 a.m. in the morning when he went to bed. Hey, Dad, it's time to go to bed now. Don't! Why didn't you wake me up before? I'm just here snoring away at my computer while he plays on the Xbox.
He's just gone from the other one too now, so...
Yeah.
Who's going to take over Craig's character?
I think you should.
Hey, he might.
Just
Someone who's willing to cast a spell. That's what I say.
just
Well,
leave
not
it.
me.
Just leave him in the corner of the map, and it'll be the same.
Oh,
We need to chip in and buy. We need to chip in and buy
One
Craig
of
one of
us.
those
One
$10 or
of us.
$12 Logitech headsets.
I gave him a previous headset that I had, and that was one he was using. It was actually pretty. It was okay. I used it
You
for a
went
while.
over to fix it for him. I
No,
recall this.
I offered, and he never got in touch with me to have me go over to fix it. All right. Anyway, let's
Craig
just
did used to be an IT professional.
No, Craig did used to work in IT.
There's a lot of servicing.
I'll
going
say no more.
I believe this sums it all up.
Blacker than the blackest black times infinity. All right, you should be able to move your. Can everyone
Why
move
did
their
that
thing?
gift not work?
Oh, and you can't accidentally move someone else's character. How cool's that?
Yeah, sadly. Man, would Minerva be doing some funny stuff?
I like it. I prefer this to
Let's
pen and
explore.
paper now because of all the light sort of.
Why have you got
automatic light stuff.
0.8888 hit points? Hypatia? Are you fully?
I don't know.
Do you have maximum hit points currently? Are you
I
fully-
have. No, I did quite heal completely up, but that much. That's better.
All right.
So the wooden borders are NPCs?
Yes. Braden and
Is there-
Smash.
Is there a way to zoom in that doesn't require having to act that little bar at the top?
Nope.
I just want to scroll. Hold down control and scroll.
So you can scroll,
No.
but you can scroll sideways and up and down.
Yeah, I know. That's not what I was trying to achieve.
I'm going to sword and warhammer, but also Minerva's going to give Lenza the longsword. Can Lenza use a longsword?
So Craig messaged me back. Yes, my internet crapped itself out again. Just waiting for it to reboot.
Alrighty.
Wait.
Well, we'll leave him in the
The
back.
opportunity to do something.
What were you saying? What were you asking? Sorry, Aaron. Can
I was
Lenza-
just wondering if Lenza can use a longsword.
So a longsword is a two-handed weapon,
Yeah.
and thief has any weapons as can be used. So yes, she
Excellent.
can use a longsword.
Great. Then I'm going to hand her the longsword.
This is the longsword that you took from the
It is.
murdered elf.
Yes. It's the dirty, dirty longsword that she picks up and says, "Ooh, I rather like it."
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of an upgrade over her long knife.
It is.
How come only 2 of our hit points show up?
What do you mean?
I see mine, and I see, I think, Sean's. I don't see anyone else.
Let's just see what they are.
I can see everyone except the MVP.
I can see Sean's and mine, that's it.
Alright, let's have a look. Visible. So again, they made a few changes to the tokens.
Okay.
So I'm just going.
It's just handy as a cleric to be able to see where everyone's at.
No, I hear it. They did make some changes. You know how they like to make changes in Roll20. So
One of my favorite stories about that is someone asking another player at a table, how
yeah,
many
that's fixing
points? The DM saying, hey, stop destroying the suspension of disbelief. Okay, on a scale from 0 to 69, how hurt would you say you were?
Can you see everybody's except for the NPCs?
Yep, that's perfect. Thank you.
And you can actually see the number within the square too.
Right, so I should put the NPCs hit points on. I'll just...
One of them says 12 out of 7.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that.
That just means,
Who's that?
that just means she hasn't updated it since she leveled.
Who's that?
It's
Craig.
Yes, it just hasn't been updated since she leveled, so
Okay.
I'll do that for her now. That's not her.
Hey, here he is.
Hello.
Great. I come back to a battle map. Woohoo!
Hey, at least you're still on it.
That's right.
At the moment.
It's like we needed some cannon fodder. We're going to march you down there.
Let me find these NPCs, and I'll update their hit points as well, so you can see them.
Hey, can I update my hit points?
Sure.
Let's all update our hit points. Yeah. Plus
Not a
10
problem.
for everyone. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not updating. That's adjusting, modifying, cheating, not updating.
I think cheating is definitely updating.
Alright, let me put their hit points on. Alright, Sebastian. Let's give him... What's he got there? Everyone see Sebastian?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
That's cool.
Alright, and everyone can see Brayden?
Yep.
Yep. That's awesome. Thank you.
Cool, not a problem. Okay, so this is the layout that you have, and as you approach you can definitely see there is a small, what remains of a keep. The wall surrounding it is maybe about 8 feet high. It is on the top of a small ridge, and there is a number of menhir stones in a small circle, not too far. Brayden and Sebastian are excited that you have made it this far, and yes, the etching we need to make is of a rune within the keep.
Okay.
Cool.
So, is it like there's not much of a keep left?
No, there's not.
Well, that's good. We don't have to look
Makes
as long.
That's right. Makes the search quicker, doesn't it?
Oh, we have something that should be able to identify the rune that we need. There's, according to the Sibyl, there will be a number of runes within, but we need to etch only a single one.
Okay. So, are we fairly confident there's nothing going to come and eat him while he's doing the etching?
Oh, there's probably something that could. We have encountered a number of creatures doing these quests for the Sibyl. It's possible that something could approach.
Who's the stealthiest of us?
The
Probably Lenza.
to identify the rune, we need to light a torch, which is steeped in some form of ancient magic, supposedly. I don't know anything about it, and the smoke will make the rune glow, but it's a magical torch, and the smoke is magical, so what will come about from it?
You okay there? Fun.
Who is it?
Probably.
High, heavy breather.
It's Craig.
It's Craig.
Not me.
But
It is
I
because
don't
every
hear
time
the
that
clinking of a bowl.
every time that we hear that heavy breathing, you
light up.
illuminate in Discord.
Ah.
So, absolutely, if we probably should take some form of precautions, says Sebastian.
So who's the fastest runner?
Not the dwarf.
Not I.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Hey, I'm in full plate. Sorry, guys.
I do pull out my axe, though. If we might be expecting resistance.
Sword and board.
I'll stand behind you. Don't worry. A long way behind you.
Anyway,
We have way too many archers for you to actually be able to stand by.
Sebastian and Brain will start moving over.
Yeah, let's all go with them.
Whee! Slow up, guys. Wait, slow. Come back. How am I supposed to stop you getting stabbed if you run away from me?
Whoa.
I love that Alan's feeling super happy back there.
Yeah, he knows where it's at. Safe in the trees.
Caradron's preparing for a flight.
I know. Yeah.
Always let the cleric go first. Oh, the clerics. Oh no. Oh no.
Yep, that's right. The ones in the party with balls.
Is this where I am standing now?
So that's a small ridge. It's very hard, very awkward to move over. So both you and Hypatia are basically trying to stand upon almost a little bit of loose scree. You can try, but you can lose your footing very easily. Granted, it's not very high. It might be about 15 feet at most. But
How high's the wall around the keep?
about 8 to 10 feet.
So standing on the steps up here, can I see over the wall?
You can see over the wall.
Alright, so instead of doing that, I might
Barely.
come down through here and like cut around behind.
So you said come down through here. So okay,
Oh, sorry, I'm just like
that's
moving
fine.
that
I
way,
mean,
yeah.
Braden and Sebastian will start rummaging through their backpack, and Braden will get out what looks to be an ordinary torch, but it seems to be
Soaked in elven piss, it makes stuff shine.
something like that. The rain has picked up a little bit. Braden's not so sure. You'll talk to Sebastian, and they'll shrug their shoulders, and then they'll just say aloud, "We're not sure if the rain's going to cause any problems with the torch and the smoke, so might it be best to try and do this on the morrow if the rain breaks."
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, we should camp here.
Yeah, totally. At
What's the
weather.
worst?
I mean, I completely trust these two guys. Let's camp here.
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed to be fun in action.
How well do we know these guys?
We helped them out when they were definitely... Which is a little depressing because we won.
You broke up really badly then.
We helped them out when they were lower level than we were, which is kind of depressing because we were all level 1 at the time. They seem to feel gratitude to us for that.
Well, here's the next question. How well do you know me?
Not very well.
I mean, Grail's vouched for you, which really tells us everything we need to know.
ASIO have been called.
You've been put through the no murder hobo filter, and here you are. Yeah.
You mean the murder hobo?
No, through the no murder hobo filter, which means that if he returned a positive response to that no murder hobo, he'd be kicked to the curb.
Hey, we still let Nodgrim play. Nodgrim's not a murder hobo.
I am not a murder hobo.
Yeah.
No, the first time he met Willibrod, he threatened to cut his head off.
There was good reason for that. Implied he knew what happened to my friends who were brutally murdered. Those are fighting words.
Anyway, Braden will say, "Look, actually, Caradron, you're a mage. Where are you?"
Coming around the back.
As usual.
We'll come around the back and we'll come up here. Just checking out the lay of the land around the back, and then we'll come in through this little gap here, and then we'll hang out on the edge there.
All right. Braden will move over to you, and he will hand you the torch. You know about magic more than Sebastian or I would. Will this work in the rain?
Do you know more? Will it work in the rain?
Will it work in the rain?
You have no way of knowing how the magic has been bound to this, but magic, you do know, is rarely affected by weather. But you know, if the magic is just normal, if the magic is just added to smoke, then obviously, you know, smoke will struggle in the rain to.
We could put it under a blanket.
You can try that. It's
How big a
making
blanket?
So basically, it might or it might not. We just don't know because of the way that magic works.
correct.
How much elf P you got?
What?
Isn't that what you dip the torch in?
No.
I've heard that.
Do you have enough for 2 torches?
There's 2 elves in the party, so you figure it out.
That's right. We'll just keep feeding them water. That'll be an unlimited amount.
Well, they're girl elves, right? So they're going to pee more often anyway.
Oh dear.
So should we do it or not? We only have the one torch, and we weren't given any other instructions as to how it would operate within the...
If it's a risk, we're better off waiting, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, like, if you've only got the one torch, then I would just wait until the rain stops, like...
if you think so, as I said, Sebastian, I don't know anything at all about magic. So
Magic is fickle. It could or it could not. There's no way of knowing without knowing what spells were cast on it to enchant it, or how powerful the mage was that enchanted it.
So, as anyone who is looking within the ruins of this keep will notice that rough and fairly crude runes have been carved into the stonework within. Almost every single stone that makes up the wall has a rune of some description that has been carved into it, and they look far newer than the ruins of the keep. So they have been carved after the keep fell into ruin many years ago, but they still look to be considerably old and ancient runes. There are
So how many are there?
There's probably, if you wanted to start counting them, there's hundreds and hundreds.
Okay.
There are none on the outside, there are none on the tops, and there are none on the floor. They just are on the inside of the tower. The rain is slowly starting to ease off, but the wind is still whipping it slightly into your eyes from in awkward positions. But those of you inside the ruins of the keep get a fair bit of shelter due to the angle that it's coming down. Sebastian and Braden will stow the map and the torch, and they'll move up to there and they'll start setting up a camp. I guess we will camp inside the tower, since it's the best defensible position, unless you have anywhere better that you would recommend.
I reckon that big clearing over there with no cover.
I mean, if there's a thunderstorm, that could be bad. Not as bad as being under all of this lovely cover.
We lighting a fire?
Yeah, no, defending this tower seems pretty legit.
Could we, like, I don't know, maybe like go in the trees down the bottom there or something to
No,
protect us? Like, is it
Towers are
better?
way better better
Is
idea.
it better inside the keep, or is it, better under the trees where we might not get rained on as much?
Well, as I mentioned to you, the wind is flinging the rain at a fairly horizontal path.
Okay.
Not perfectly horizontal, but there is a bit of protection within the keep because of the walls.
Okay.
We can also set up a lean-to.
You could, if you have this.
Lenza has the skills to pay the bills. She might
does
go
have some skills. She has
Cut-
some outdoor skills.
make her go hunt down some branches and make a lean-to.
Yep. She's a hunter, and I believe Sean has those skills as well. So
Does that give me like wilderness survival skills or just kill animal skills?
it gives you a little bit of wilderness survival skills. You're not as good as someone who would be, for example, an outdoorsman
Ranger.
or a guide or someone like that. But you have better than someone who is a cartographer or a blacksmith.
I'm
Fair
hoping
enough.
that I'm as good as an 8-year-old Boy Scout and can make a lean-to.
No one's
Okay.
that good.
No one is that good. I
Did
hope
someone-
that I'm that good.
Did someone snavel that little hand axe from the corpse back at the wilderness place?
I've got it.
Can I have it
Wilderness
too?
girls.
It's pretty rusty, man.
It's going to be better than my rapier to cut down tree branches, though, isn't it?
That is true.
Yes.
Oh, if you're looking for something better than that, I pull out a herring and pass it over to him and cut down the top.
Okay.
The axe is indeed rusted. The haft is rotted in places and worn, but it will suffice to cut through small trees, I guess, with a bit of work. There are some better axes in the group, I believe.
I'll give you a hand.
Nodgrim's axe is not good for cutting down trees.
It's
I'll
not?
just-
Okay.
No, because it is a battle axe. It is not a woodman's axe. So woodman's axes have a thicker, heavier head than a battle axe, which has a very thin head.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Still better than a rapier.
Well, I wouldn't want to damage it anyhow. But yes, it is still better than a rapier.
Anyway,
Smaller.
you can spend a couple hours collecting material to make a lean-to, and you will be able to obtain enough with a couple of you out there searching and scavenging, etc., to create something of moderately suitable usage. Braden and Sebastian will gather what wood they can and make a little fire in the corner of the wall and the stairs, and they will start cooking some beans in a small pot.
The beginning of my empire.
Nice.
Gonna rebuild the castle one branch at a time.
I'll contribute some rations as well and donate some to Sean if he's still with.
I really like Sean's plan of doing that, and I'm going to tell him to stick with it. And then I'm going to walk outside, and I'm going to pick up a stick, and I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to hand it to Sean.
Was that a stick pump?
And again say to stick with it.
That's one of your worst.
Thank you.
I'm going to take said stick and hit him with it.
Your
It's
hero
out of
week,
snaps
try the
on me.
veal.
Oh, he's not getting the veal rations.
No, I'm getting the bean rations, apparently. Hey, the last laugh on you lot. You go for sleep with me.
No, I've been trying that on Minerva. It doesn't work.
The rain will ease up considerably. The wind will slowly die as the night wears on. The beans can be consumed.
So they're now has-beens?
Yes.
How didn't you say the wind was dying off?
Yes.
It usually picks up after the beans.
It does take a little bit of time before that happens, though.
Polar vortex without the polar?
Singing cloud.
And yes, you can spend another evening resting. People can take off rations again because the beans will not go the full way, so we'll have a couple of rations taken off.
So does Sean need rations?
Sean has 0 rations, and he doesn't have.
All right.
There
I'll
is
take off.
there is a small spring above which you can fill your water out.
Is there any game running around here?
You can go out and have a look for it, and there are no real signs of game in this area. For whatever reason, the rain would have disrupted whatever tracks there were, but you should still be able to find something, but you do not.
That's because it's full of goblins and orcs, but hey.
Previously moving through Kirkle Ridge, you have found signs of game, but none really here.
Awesome.
I'll be back in just a moment.
If you are doing nothing else on the morning, the sun has started to peek through the clouds. The ground is still a little bit wet, but not heavily. The wind has died down, though it is still fairly cool. And
Morning has broken.
you can pray, you can read, and you can scratch your backsides and do whatever you need to do in the morning.
What happened to having workout sessions?
As I said, you can do whatever you need to do in the morning.
Can we not just light this torch and find the right rune?
Yeah, let's do this.
You can rub one out. You can.
I'm also starting to fade a bit, so
Yep, we'll
maybe
finish
expect
shortly.
more gifts.
Yep, we'll finish shortly. The clerics still need to pray for an hour in the morning, so you got to go through that. And the mages have to read their books. All right. Once you are up to speed with all that,
All prayed up.
we'll get out the torch. They will strike the flint to it, and then we'll send a gif of a panda having a yawn. The smoke will be fairly thin, slightly purple, and they will start moving around with it. It doesn't trail very far.
Ooh,
Oops, didn't want to do that.
they're making a move over there.
So they start going around and wafting it around the walls. Those of you with any affinity with magic at all, which are...
Should I be following them around, maybe?
It's up to
Or can I see what's going on from where I am?
you can see what's going on from where you are, but when the smoke touches you, so yourself and Minerva, you feel a charged, static kind of atmosphere around you, and they get to here, and let me make this bigger so I can see what I'm doing. I need to go to that, make that.
And then the troll jumps out of the wall.
I feel like it's going to be worse than the
The
troll.
tower was a golem.
Alright, can you see that squiggle?
I can.
One of the runes begins to glow.
Ah, they were searching for an email address.
Apparently so.
Did anybody notice that there's like a stone circle over here as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
Grail mentioned it when
Okay.
we started with the map.
Excellent, excellent.
When the rune begins to glow, it's a sizable rune. Braden will get into his backpack again and retrieve a piece of parchment and some charcoal. Before he gets a chance to place it on the stone and to begin making his etching of it, you will hear a funny sound almost like a warbling, gurgling sound pick up suddenly all around you. It seems to emanate from the ground, from the trees, from the rocks, from the very air itself. The light seems to fade slightly.
Excellent.
And
Looking good. Let's step outside.
That whole clearing's about to become like a dragon or something.
And have a look around.
let me do this.
Well, these boys have to keep tracing the runes, so...
Thank you. What's happening?
That.
Oh.
That's a bit concerning.
Oh.
Looks cuddly.
And you see suddenly rising up out of the ground, seeming to form out of the mist and the shadow, stepping from behind rocks or trees, creatures that stand maybe about 3 feet high. And
That's a lot.
Cowgwin, it's your time to shine.
And seem to be created or formed out of shadow and void.
Oh, we're being attacked by accountants. I mean, actuaries? I take it.
Do you see those creatures?
I do.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Have I ever seen anything like it?
About
In
a second,
real life.
about 2 or 3 seconds ago, yeah.
I've seen lots of things like it.
So I haven't
Never
drawn a
seen
conclusion
anything
on
like
that
it.
yet.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
As one, they begin to howl and to yap and to call to each other. And the closest ones to you begin to bound towards you. Almost.
Can I see them over the wall?
You can see a couple of them, yep. Almost seeming to run across the air rather than the ground.
Lope across the ground.
And that's where we'll finish it.
Agree with Aaron's gif.
Cool, thank you, Julian.
Yes, good session. Thank you.
So how long are you playing with us, Henry? Are you a permanent player?
I hope so.
As long as he wants to play.
Yeah, cool. Making him start at level 1, Julian. That's a bit harsh.
Someone's still level 1, so...
To be
Are
fair,
they really? Oh no, but you're multi-classers.
sort of.
You're multi-class.
Okay!
He's
Why?
only,
What's it run us?
he's only a level 2 thief and a level 1 fighter magic user, so he's still technically a level 1 mostly character.
anyway, sleep back and thank you all. Good
Alright,
night.
No
catch you
worries.
later.
See ya.
Have a good one.